Hello everybody and welcome to the second workout that will help you to burn your fat as fast as freaking possible. If you still don't know who I am, well, my name is Valerian and here I'm showing you how to get from obesity to fitness model shape as you see in the commercials in just 100 days. So that's the real challenge, and for that we need real knowledge. So that's why I'm here. And please don't complain if it's going to be a little bit complicated information, because my goal here is to bring you a real knowledge, and knowledge is a real power, but only if you use it. Don't forget about that. Right now I'm on a second period, strength/hypertrophy period. That's the golden period of our program, because right now we can gain as much muscles as possible and use our own energy reserves to fuel muscular synthesis. In other words, you can gain muscles and burn your fat at the same time, or recompose your body. So even though this program is made for muscular hypertrophy, when you're in a diet and when you're in a calorie deficit, your body is in catabolism or catabolic mode. And the main fat burning hormone is not testosterone or growth hormone as everyone thinks, is cortisol. Yes, that's evil hormone cortisol, but I'm not talking about the chronic high level of cortisol that creates insulin resistance and eating disorders. I'm talking about slightly higher level of cortisol in a short period of time when we burn in our fat. And please don't be scared about the word hypertrophy. You're not going to gain too much muscles, but our muscles are the most metabolic tissues in our body. So by having more muscles, you're not only going to look great, but you will increase your basal metabolic rate. And when you use your muscles, when you exercise, when you're working, doing whatever, even right now I'm using my arms, using my muscles, you will burn 2 to 3 times more calories compared to the person who just sits on the diet. So don't be lazy and work as hard as possible to gain more muscles right now, because later on, forget about that. Later on, the best thing that you can hope for is to at least save whatever you gained right now. But right now we're still fresh, we still have a lot of potential for muscle building, and we still have unrealized energy potential. I'm talking about the fat. So we can pull the calories from the fat to fuel our muscle building. Later, when you try to go below your normal fat body percentage, for men about 15%, for ladies 18-20% of the body fat, typical diets and typical workout programs are not going to work. So that's why we have different workout programs, different eating protocols, because your body is always looking for some ways to adapt and not to change. But to be fair, the adaptation takes about 4 to 6 months, so you can still keep doing full body circuit training and progress with the weight. But because we have pretty intense schedule, 100 days, I go through all different workout programs, all different diets to give you all possible tools you will need in order for you to achieve success. So if it's not too complicated for you, I don't want to ask anyone for likes or please subscribe my channel. I believe in energy exchange. I do something for you, do something for me. All I need is your support, guys. You know what to do. Before the actual workout, we gotta have a proper warm-up. As I told you before, you don't need to go for a run or for a walk, you just get tired and defocus. You don't need to pump your blood. But what you do need is to warm up your ligaments and joints. That's why we have 3 levels in our warm-up. Level number 1, full body warm-up, just warm up all parts of our body, all the joints. Level number 2, warm-up sets. When you start doing some exercise, we're gonna have some warm-up sets to feel the weight, to activate the brain-muscle connection. And level number 3, we warming up in between the exercises to always keep our joints warm and full of blood. That's why I start my warm-up and warm-up sets always with a hoogie, especially if I lift heavy weights, because my joints always gotta be warm. Especially if you exercise in the gym, there's a lot of condition, there's a cool air, so you get injured really fast. So my warm-up is really simple. All I do is just focus on different angles to warm up my joints. I do physio exercises for my delts because I have a delt injury, especially on my left side. Pretty simple. All you do is some sort of movements, up, side, rotators. I warming up in the hoogie to keep my joints warm. And the reason why we gotta do all those physio exercises, because we need to pump the joints with the blood, with the nutrients to help them rejuvenate and protect, help them with lubrication. But what most people do, they go to the doctor if they have some injury, and what the doctor tell you, don't do any exercise, don't go to the gym, don't lift any weights. That's what I was told. And you know what? You probably know that if you don't use it, you lose it. So your body stop sending the fluid to lubricate your joints, and you feel even more pain. In that case, you start taking painkillers and anti-inflammatories. That's the worst thing you can do. The main problem when you have a joint pain is because you not use your joints. For example, you sit in the office all day long and you not moving with your knees. What's gonna happen? Your body stops sending the fluid to lubricate the joints, and then when you have some sort of load, you run somewhere, you rush somewhere, you have the injury. So that's why we gotta use your joints as much as possible. So I do these exercises pretty much every single day to protect especially my shoulders. That's the most tender joint. And if you have some problems with your joint, you have some injury, you have some pain, exactly for that reason, I create a special course with the physio exercises that will help you a lot to rejuvenate, to help you get rid of the pain in the joints. It's absolutely for free. All you need is to go the link below and you can see this course, physio exercises. They're gonna help you a lot. Right, so today is my favorite workout, hard workout for my back and my chest, and light workout for my bicep and tricep. Why hard and light? I'm going to explain you in a moment. So we always start with the warm-up sets. I use the empty bar just to feel my muscles. You gotta set up the nice angle. 30 degrees is the best angle for your chest. A lot of people think that it's for your upper chest, but it's actually not. If you look at your chest, you can see it's not really straight, right? You can see it has an angle for about 30 degrees. So when you do the classic bench press, you actually focus more on your lower part of your chest, and it's way stronger than your upper chest. That's why you always have this balance. But if you change a little bit of the angle, 30 degrees, you can apply the load to full muscle. So you can see there's little thumbs here will help you, those points will help you to understand where exactly you should be taking the bar. The main purpose of this set with the empty bar, just to activate your brain muscle connection. You can do as many reps as you can, as you want, just to feel the right muscle. You see, I'm working inside of my amplitude. I'm not doing something like this. Stretch out for a bit. Right, nice. Right, so we have 90 kilograms over here, and you see I'm still using my workbook, my training book. I can see exactly what I was doing pretty much every single workout. And last time I did 110 kilograms bench press, classic bench press for 5 reps. Here we have 90 kilograms. It's always going to be a little bit less weight you can lift when you have a bench press for about 30 degrees. And every workout is different for me. That's what we need in order to not allow our body to adapt. Every workout has got to be different, but you can use the same exercises. So it's all about periodization. If you do every workout exactly the same thing, you're not going to progress. That's why, you know, I cannot lift all the time heavy weights. I'm in a calorie deficit. I gotta protect my joint, and I always gotta change the applied pressure. So right now I'm gonna do 10 reps with 90 kilograms. That's what we called not straight periodization or broken periodization. So for example, last time I did 5 reps. Now I do 12 reps. Next week I'm gonna be doing 10 reps, and week number 4 is going to be 15 reps. Right, let's go. First work set. Forget about my music. Hold on a second. Always ask yourself, can you do more? Can you do 1 more rep? Can you do 2 more reps? You see, I thought I could do 10 reps only, but you gotta always go beyond your abilities, your natural abilities. You're way stronger than you think. You just pity to yourself. The 10 reps means nothing. They don't get us any benefit. Only these 2 reps that beyond your threshold, beyond your abilities, that's what makes different, and that's what makes you the champion and different from 90% of the people. Right, let's go. Second exercise, barbell row. So right now we're going to be using supersets, and that's the main tool on the level number 2. We're going to be exercising all workouts we're going to be doing in supersets. What is a superset? Who need the superset? Why? And what's the pros and cons? Well, the superset is to combine exercise for the opposite muscles that go one by one. A lot of people mix up the supersets with drop sets or combined or compound sets, but it's actually not really correct. the drop set, let's say you do bench press, then you get tired, your muscles got tired, so you drop the weight and you carry on the movement. That's how you can increase the intensity. Or for example, compound set, where you do, for example, bicep, and then you do barbell row. So you use exactly the same muscles, and this is not what we want. It's not really the best strategy because your muscles are getting tired really, really fast. But we gotta keep the intensity, we gotta keep the weight always high, and each set is gotta be until the failure. If we do set by set, one by one, we're getting tired really, really fast. So we're sacrificing the intensity and the weight, and that's what we don't want when we're in a calorie deficit. Remember, we gotta keep the weight always high. The real benefit of the superset that you can keep the strength in your muscles and at the same time get your workout shorter in time. So for example, if I was doing the bench press set by set, after first set, my muscles got tired, I have a lot of lactic acid, I don't have a lot of creatine phosphate, so I have to rest. And it takes me about 2, 3, maybe 5 minutes before I can do the next set. So the workout time is going to be really, really long. But instead of the rest, all I do is do another exercise for my back. And when I do the exercise for my back, my chest is recovering. So that's how you can increase the intensity of your workout, shorten the time of your workout, and keep the strength in your muscles. Because then after back, I go back here, I do bench press, and I'm still fresh. I can pretty much keep the same intensity, and that's what we want when in calorie deficit, to keep the weight. You gotta lift the weight. Every set is gotta be really hard for you to stimulate your central nerve system. So the side effect of the superset, only one. If you're not used to do the supersets, you can be a little bit defocused from the exercises. For example, when you do back lat pull down, one set, second set, third set, you always keep the focus in your back. But if you change, if you mix with other exercise, you can be a little bit defocused because every time you gotta adapt. That's the benefit, and that's the con as well. The benefit that your body is not adapted. It always surprises your body with new exercises. So the first set, right now I'm going to be doing back barbell row, 4 work sets combined with bench press. So 4 sets only. Then we're going to focus a little bit more on our arms. Let's go.
Don't show me nothing I don't wanna see. In the meantime
So to get a maximum out of our program, it makes sense to have a hard and light workouts, and the way how you're going to rotate them and implement in your workout plan, it's totally up to you. You can do full body workouts, you can split one day hard workout, another day light workout, you can have combined workouts like I showed you today. But because we have two muscle types and two types of hypertrophy, we gotta mix heavy weights and high amount of reps. When you lift heavy weights, you stimulate you overload in your central nerve system, and your pituitary gland produce anabolic hormones, and that's crucial for you if you train naturally. And when you do high amount of reps and you burn the feeling, you have this burning feeling in your muscles, you burn out the glycogen, the main fuel for your muscles, and when we run out of the glycogen, we start burning more fat because there's no other energy reserves available in our body. And then when you have a carb loading or a cheat day or refeed, those carbs will go to refill the glycogen storage in your muscles. So you accumulate more and more sarcoplasmatic nutrients inside of your cells, inside of your muscles, and that's what called sarcoplasmatic hypertrophy. That's what makes your muscle grow in size. That's the short version of this program, just some basics you need to know in order for you to achieve success. But if this video gets like, I don't know, 10,000 likes and 1,000 comments, I will release a full version of this video where I explain everything about the muscle hypertrophy, muscle types, how you should exercise, different workout programs for men, for ladies, everything you need to know in order for you to understand how you should exercise once and forever. And this program works extremely well when you rotating your carbs, either you on a keto diet or carb cycling. That program will be works extremely well in muscle hypertrophy and fat burning. But if you're still on a 10% of the deficit, it's not going to work that great. For that, we have another program. In summary, when you're in a calorie deficit, your body is catabolic mode, so the main focus is got to be on the strength. You got to lift heavy weights and try to keep progressing with the weights. If you feel tired, if you feel destroyed, not recovering, you can sacrifice everything else. You can sacrifice the amount of reps, the amount of sets, your workout time. You can, for example, have a split not in 7 days, but for example, have a longer split for 10 days or 2 weeks. But you gotta keep always strength workout. And that's the rule number 2, prioritize resistance training over cardio. The cardio is basically adaptation for your body. When you start running, your body is not adapted, so you burn a little bit extra amount of calories comparing when you do nothing. And this difference is not going to be that great. For example, comparing to when you're laying down on the couch, it's going to be 1.3. Then after a while, it's going to be 1.2, to 1 when you were laying down on the couch, and eventually the difference will be so low that it's going to be like 1.00003, for example. When you feel tired after cardio, your brain is tricking you. You start being a little bit lazy. You won't even notice that. You will sit more, you will lay down more, even your movement will be a little bit slower to save more energy. And some people, when they do cardio, they feel hungry. You probably know this, you know, when you're running, you go back home and you think, I want to eat something. So if that's your case, forget about the cardio. You can, get rid of the cardio at all. Nothing's going to happen with you, with your progress, especially if it ruins your appetite, if it ruins your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. And that's rule number 2. That's where you should focus on. Number 1 is strength training. Number 2 is non-exercise activity. Whatever you do throughout the day, spend more calories. Be active. I'm sitting right now. I shouldn't be sitting. I shouldn't be standing. I shouldn't be walking. I shouldn't do something. Because when you use your muscles, when you're doing something, that's how you can spend a large amount of energy throughout a day. Again, for different people, this number runs to up to 2,000 calories a day. So by cleaning, by shopping, by having an exciting life, meeting your friends, going somewhere, you will burn huge amount of calories compared when you just do low, slow, intense cardio. And rule number 2, instead of doing low, intense cardio, try different things. For example, a rowing machine or boxing or jumping rope, whatever that not allow your body to adapt. Some high intensity workouts, some Tabata, something that will give more stress to your body, more stress to your central nervous system. That's how you will burn more calories. And the last one, probably the most important rule, that's how I should have started this video with: better sleep up than gobble up. Cheers.
So how do you start? It always comes to one simple question: do you really want it or not? Some people think, to get started I need any shoes, a gym membership, the best workout plan. Some people believe they will never get fit, that they have a bad genetic, no willpower, no time for it. And they're right, there is no time. You can only create this time. There is no magic willpower, but a choice you make every single day, when no one's watching, no one's judging, no one's cheering. And truly, you don't need any of that. Everything you need is already in you. You just haven't opened it yet. Your true potential. Out there won't be your friends, your family, your partner. It's just you and the ball. And this exact moment, you either take the weight or leave with nothing. The reason why I love and hate the gym, the iron will always tell you the truth. It doesn't care about your mood, your opinions, if you slept well or not. It doesn't care about your genetics or excuses. It will tell you if you're really putting some work in or pretending to. It won't get lighter because you had a bad day, bad sleep, or even got fired. She doesn't care. She's 100% honest with you. And if you work hard enough, she'll reward you. This simple piece of metal shows me who I really am, every single time. Not what I think about myself or what I deserve, but what I can actually do. It's humbling. It exposes every weak spot. Late sleep, 8 jump, drank, slappy technique. Well, enjoy the setback or injury and come back when you're truly ready for me. But if you do it right, if you commit and stay disciplined, you'll see progress from session to session. And that is real motivation. Everyone has circumstances. That's life. Life will always test you, your true intention, your character. If you quit after the first fall, what does it say? Yeah, falling wasn't your fault, I agree. But staying down is your responsibility. Be honest, at least once, at least with yourself. Did you really give everything today? Wanna lose weight? Put more weight on the bar. Learn to work hard, not for a trophy or applause, but because this is your choice. Because you can. It's easy to go all in when everyone's watching. It's easy to push as hard as you can when everyone's judging. But what do you do when no one sees and no one judges? Just you and that bar. Just your results. This is the way.
What if she leaves this place to start a brand new life? Then she starts to